Hi guys, what do I have for you today? Is a tutorial of this wonderful hat. It is a crochet hat. The materials I used for this one is a crochet hook 3.5 millimeters, and I used this yarn. So it's number 4. This is what it's made of. It's 60% cotton and 40 acrylic, so it's also really nice to touch. I honestly don't like working with pure acrylic yarn. You can replace it with any other yarn, but the size is important because if you go for thinner thread, then you will need smaller hook, and then you need to not double, but spend much more time to make your hat. Alternatively, you can use a double thread, so it can be any medium size plus one thin, which could be mohair or other type of like slightly fluffy yarn. Well, it can be thin or maybe slightly thicker, so to have some, interesting effect, so do not make your hat to be too boring. Well, initially I was using crochet hook number 3, and here it is cotton gold, Alize cotton gold, and plus some mohair yarn. But you know what I'm trying to say, that the crochet with such small hook in this double thread is a little bit too robust, so I would recommend you taking bigger hook. To start the process, I just want to show you these two beauties. Hello! Which came to me this morning, and they're staying here already, I don't know, at least half an hour, maybe more. I'm using hook number 3.5 and yarn size 4, and this is the exact measurement in meters versus grams. So the chain of 43 plus 1, so 44 in total, and now it's 22 centimeters. Because this one we need for going level up. So that's why in total in the next row we'll have 43 stitches. So let's see, with this yarn I made 44 stitches in my chain of 44, and it gives me 22 centimeters. Well, in this hat the brim looks like this. It could be a complete chain, nice looking chain from the other side, but I don't start the stitch called popcorn before I make one more row, so that's why it looks this way. It doesn't look this way, but anyway, I'll show you how to continue the row and how to make your chain, the first one, look like this. So here, instead of going as regular we do in this half of the stitch, we will just do it with the these parts from behind. You see, these. But honestly, you can just do it in a regular way. So I'm just going to crochet single stitch crochet stitches till the end. So I'll show you different techniques or different ways, methods of making popcorn stitch, and you'll choose the one you like. So the very first stitch, which is this one, we will single crochet it. So I need to wrap the yarn. I do it from the back forward, insert the hook. It's like, if I want to crochet single crochet stitch one, but I don't complete it two, I just leave it this way. Okay, one more in the same hole I have 2, 3, 4. So I made 4 not complete double crochet stitches, and I had 1 stitch initially left from the previous row. So here you can actually add 1 more if you want. So you see how big your popcorn will be, how fat. So it depends on how many not complete stitches you'll crochet in the same hole, and then you'll close it. So if it's thinner yarn, I would recommend 5. If it's this one, 4. So if it's like really bulky, it can be maybe even 3, I'm not sure, but I go like this. So then you have choices here. So what I do, I look for, and then I connect these 2. Okay, and then I just crochet in the next 1 single crochet. So don't panic, because you can just push it this way. Okay, this is number 1, and I use it. Actually, I have this temptation to make it slightly different, but let's see, maybe you will go for it. So let's say we have back our not complete stitches. You can simply go through all of them and just continue. It still gives you the same popcorn, and it's actually faster. It's faster, it's true. Well, but I feel that this popcorn would be maybe slightly less popping up rather than the first way I showed you. So I have this strong feeling. Maybe I'm wrong, I'm not sure, but I always go for the one which I showed you first. Also, there is one more way. It could be this one. You choose again. So we can make our 4 stitches, but I'm not crocheting through them. I'm just pulling them up on the same length. 2, 3, 4, and then again you can go like this through all of them, and then separately here, or as you understand, you can simply go through all of them and then move to the next stitch. As usual, just single crochet. See? So this is what you get. Let's compare. Well, this one is even faster. You can. Well, now I'm a little bit confused. I'm not sure what exactly I want. Maybe for the sake of the trial and comparison, I will go for this stitch. And you can choose, as I told you, this was the first one I showed you. So yeah, I will go for the one I showed you last, and then we'll compare the final results. Well, in this stitch, the challenge is to make all your loops of the same length once you're pulling them up, because, well, this one is nice. And I could say that even it's like two-sided. But this one, because some loops were longer and some shorter, it created this kind of effect, some kind of mess here. So try to make them of the same length, okay? And yeah, I made up my mind, so I'll go for this stitch. I will undo the first one, but I'll just show you one more time. And what is the distance between both of them? The distance is 3 single crochet stitches from behind to front. I will pull 1, 2, 3, 4. But there are more loops than 4, right? Because they all doubled. And now I will just crochet them all. So the distance between each popcorn stitch, or this kind of stitch, so is 3 single crochet stitches. So then I'll just regularly do 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and again I start 1, 2, 3, 4. I also can say that this one is faster. Let's have a look. In total I have 11 popcorn stitches, and what can I tell you, they are kind of two-sided, but it seems that this first row that I thought it will be my front, actually it's my back, because front, okay, so I was crocheting this direction, I ended my row, okay, and I was like, you know, trying to pop them out, but they are more popped out by themselves from this side. And this kind of like a magic, because we in this way we are achieving a double result. We are getting our beginning, the brim, you know, looking this way, okay? So, and these are our popcorn stitches. So I like it. Maybe it doesn't look that much, you know, tidy as this popcorn stitch, but still it has its own beauty. So it means once we make this stitch, we need to care more not what we see in front, but what we see from the back, because it will be our front. So we'll continue 1 chain turn, and this row, well, it will be all single crochet stitches. It will be always like this. Once we have popcorn stitches row, next one is always just single crochet stitches. You always will have the same number of stitches in total. We just crochet it in a regular way till the end of the row. I reach the end. This is what I see. 1 chain, change. Well, here it's about the order. We are going to make it in a checked order. I will show you. Basically what we have is that we have the distance between these popcorn stitches, 3 single crochet. So our popcorns will be in the middle of these 3. Okay, so then we have 1, this becomes this one, 3, and this becomes, okay, so they all will be like not one above the other, but in between. If we look closely, like in fact 1, 2, 3, these are our 3, right? So our popcorn is supposed to be here, but also we can compare, we can have a look. What I'm trying to say is that I've noticed this. When I was following this 3 order, well, with this popcorn stitch, you see it feels like it's one above the other, and it even make such impression that I put it like, you know, not in the middle, but the one before it. So that's why at first, before making all the rows, I'll check with the few popcorns to see like what is the distance between them. Alright guys, I have my piece ready. So here, as you can see, I changed yarn honestly 3 times, but I always kept these ends, the cuts at the border, because it will be easier for us to hide. So actually I recommend you to keep like this long, maybe even slightly longer, but not shorter. Okay, so again we have 9 rows with the popcorn stitch, and plus 1 more row of our single crochet stitches. So here my pattern is, as you can see, here I'm not making it in a checked order. However, it was my intention at the first place. It happened to be like diagonal, but let's pretend that it's supposed to be like this, and it's just a trial to see how it looks. So this video, it's like, you know, for trying and comparing and choosing the best, or the one that you like the most. As for the width, it's slightly more than 10 centimeters. I could say even better, like 10.5 centimeters, the width. Right, now our task is to connect our hat here. We'll be doing it from the inner side. Just fold them. So how do I connect it? I choose a very simple way, simple and fast. I'm sure there are many others. So we are going to connect the halves, but well, this is my first one, and this is my first stitch that this part of it I need to connect with this part, this half. So I'll just make a slip stitch. Okay, so again, half, the one which looks closer, half. I have 2, I make it 1. Don't make it too tight, okay? Better slightly loose. This is how it looks on the back. So if you feel like you don't like it, you can just search for any other way to connect. I know it can be with a needle, it can be like a simulation of the chain, but actually it gives us, you know, like 1 more row, so makes the hat a little bit spacious, which we also need. So because I told you the one I made, I feel that it's like a very good size. Well, here we simply cut it. Okay, here is done. What happens next? We are going to add this kind of ties or laces for our hat, and because, well, this color is let's call it lilac, and here it was white as the first one, so I'm going to use lilac. Again, if you feel that your hat is not wide enough, you can either add, like, let's say 1 more row of the popcorn stitches, or you can add 1 more row, or even 2, as many as you want, from front. Okay, so I'm not going to do that because the measurement is good. With the minimum of the cutting of the thread, and with minimum complications, let's say, we are going to start with the chain. I make chain of 28. I'll show you how it goes, and you'll see that it all makes perfect sense. I have my chain of 28, And now I'm simply going to connect it. First stitch, okay, this is the bottom part, and crochet. I will tell you what it will be, what I make. I make it, first one is single crochet, and the others I also make single crochet but with the decrease. So one single crochet, invisible decrease I make, and till the end. So it will help us to solve two problems. The problem is that here at the bottom it will be too loose. We want to make it tighter, and plus it will add some rows to make it slightly longer. So this is our job. We do it till the end, and while you're doing it, you are going to hide the ends of the changing color if you did any change. Here it also can be a little bit confusing. Well, I treat the this pom-pom stitch. So here I had decrease, so one single crochet, and second one I will not start that far. Well, I will start something somewhere here. Well, here you don't worry much, okay? It's more about like intuition, where to put your hook and make a stitch. So don't be too critical. Okay, from the one end now we reach the other, and you can guess that we're simply going to crochet 28 plus 1, because we are going to turn. Well, here I just go through the halves. I don't go at the how I was doing this brim in the beginning, just in simple way, and I make it slip stitches. Yeah, by the way, you can just leave it the way it is if you like it, but I still will go further, so all the way up with slip stitches. So here I reach the end. This is already the top of the other stitch, so I'll just start with the single crochet. But this row it will be a half double crochet and also with decrease. Okay, so I make one half double crochet, decrease. So let's start. Don't worry about these ends, we can later on hide them. So we have half double crochet, so we don't make it, we just take the next one and crochet them together till the end, and the last stitch at the end it will be just single crochet. So here I reached the this one, just single crochet. Now we are going to continue, and we are going to make slip stitches till the end. Here it's a little bit like tricky because you need to turn it. And then just continue regularly. Right, I reached the end, but don't be too fast to cut it, because at first you need to measure, you need to try it on, and maybe you'll need to undo the row, and let's say if you feel like this part is still short, you can actually add not one row but three, so you go one way, the other way, and way back, and then continue the chain. So it's all quite individual. Well, Mrs. Stella helps me today, and well, I see that the size is pretty good, and this combination of colors matches her so much. So it's not too tight, not too loose. It could go with one more row, but there is no need. So I will just cut this thread because I'm sure that this is the size I need, I want, and I like. Then I simply tie these two, take a needle and put them through. As you can see, this pattern is pretty much simple and straightforward, right? You can adjust it to your yarn, and also it has variations, right? So it's with the style of popcorn stitch you like more, and whether you like it to be in checked order or in diagonal, so it's all really individual. And also I would like to ask you, if you make, like, which one do you prefer, style 1 or style 2? I would like to see it in the comments that you can leave under the video. If you ask me, it's really hard to answer. Like, both of them, they have advantages and disadvantages. Like, this one, I like the way the popcorn stitch looks. It's much more neat and tidy and organized, and it feels like, I don't know, maybe higher quality. But this one, it also looks pretty. It's faster to make and it consumes less yarn, and even if like I weigh them, this one is much heavier than this one. So you choose, what do you prefer, the higher quality or faster results? If you like this hat tutorial, please let me know with your like and subscription, and also let me know in comments what kind of style of hat did you like, number 1 or number 2, and what kind of videos would you like to see in my future video recordings on the channel. Bye bye for now. Have a nice day.